Well, the December exam is over, and I think out of the entire population that was scheduled to write for 2020, I think somewhere between 25 and 30% of candidates actually did write, based on numbers that I've seen so far. So there are two audiences for this video: those that did write in December, now what? And those that did not write in December, now what? So let's talk about level 1. You wrote just this past weekend. You have 169 days to May 2021. If you wait for results are scheduled January 26th. I don't know if they're going to speed up results this year or not. Typically, that's pretty much the date. It's the Tuesday in the 8th week after the exam. That's typically the date where they're released. If you wait till January 26th, you have 118 days until May. So if you're preparing for level 2, would you rather have 169 days or 118 days? I think it's clear, right? 169. But, you know, some of you are probably quite confident that you nailed level 1 and you know you're set up for level 2. Some of you probably know that you didn't make level 1 and you're going to repeat, which will be May, because you can't write in February. You can't write in consecutive windows, so you'll be scheduled for May. And then some of you are uncertain. So for the ones that are uncertain, or the ones that know that they nailed it, I am going to recommend that you start now with level 2 while you have 169 days left. There's no point in waiting for the results if you want to make a run for May. What you can do at level 2 is you can take sections whereby your knowledge at level 2 will feed back on level 1 and make that section easier. So if you did have to repeat level 1, you've already reinforced some of the content at level 1 with more advanced concepts at level 2. So equity, corporate finance, and derivatives at level 2 will make level 1 seem like a joke after you go through those. That if you have to repeat level 1, this is work that will reinforce what you've done at level 1. Each section is $36.50 Canadian. If you set up nicely for level 2 in May, then you have a clear path for level 3 in November. So you could be done before December, before the Christmas month of 2021 with all of your exams. If you don't delay. Waiting for the results to come out first and then preparing for the next exam really cripples you. Look at the difference, right? 118 versus 169 days. Give yourself as much time. If you don't make it, any work you've done at level 2 will feed back on level 1 and make level 1 that much easier. Now, if you have to repeat level 1 in May, you cannot take level 2 in August, because that's a consecutive window. You'd have to wait till February of 2022 before you could take level 2 if you had to repeat level 1. You could do that, or if you're one of those who say, no, I'm going to wait for the results, you could wait for the results and then make a run for level 2 in August, which would be 209 days away from January 26th, as opposed to level 2 being 169 days away from now. That would set you up for level 3 in May of 2022. If you do that, then you don't have to worry about starting now. You can just relax, give yourself some time, wait for the results in January, sign up for the August exam. Once you sign up for the August exam, you are, of course, committing that it'll be the earliest that you can write level 3 is May of 2022. If you wrote level 2 this past Saturday, again, still 169 days to May of 2021. If you wait for the results, it's 118 days. My recommendation is start with book 4 because it is the most challenging of all of the readings. There you have fixed income portfolio management, which is probably the most challenging section, and you have equity portfolio management, which is not that challenging. But you can knock out that book. There's 8 readings, 4 for fixed income, 4 for equity. You can knock that out before the results come out. And since you already have ethics behind you, look at that. Book 2, book 3, 5, and 6 are all that are left. You're basically a third of the way through the content. But I would start with book 4, make a run for level 3 of May 2021. Now, here's the nice thing for level 2. If you have to repeat level 2 in May, go ahead and repeat in May. That still sets you up for level 3 in November, and this book that you bought will just shift over to November. When you buy the level 3 book 4, you'll select the May 2021 date for it, because if you add all the sections, you want the mock exams to turn on before the May exam. But if you don't make it, and you have to repeat level 2 in May 2021, once you upgrade from your sections to the full package at level 3, your section will just automatically flip over to November, so you're not losing anything. If you are at level 1 up here and you buy the level 2 sections for May and you have to repeat level 1, well, that's a sunk cost. There's not much you can do about that, because you'll be writing level 2 in 2022. The content is going to change for 2022, but here you set up rather nicely. So I would not wait. If you're level 1, moving to level 2, you do have the choice of waiting, but if you do wait for the results to come out and you make a run in August, you are committing that you're not going to do level 3 till May of 2022 instead of getting it done in November of 2021. If you're level 2, I see no reason why you wouldn't start on level 3 now. You're going to make a run for May. If you have to repeat level 2, well, you're not going to need 5 months to prepare for that. You might need 60 days. You were close, most likely. You might need 60 days to prepare. You can get at least a third, even as much as 40% of level 3 out of the way once you do level 2 in May, or if you have to repeat level 2 in May, you got a nice clean setup for level 3 in November. Let's look at what those who were deferred should be doing. Okay, level 1 was deferred to 2021. You have most likely selected February 2021. The exam window has been expanded from 10 days to 14 days, and the number of locations have increased from 393 to well over 400 now. The computer-based testing situation is one such that it is doubtful that your center will be canceled, only because of the protocols that are in place at these centers and the fewer number of people that are going to show up on each given day. So it's more than likely going to happen. You have 71 days to February 16th. I don't really think it's worth thinking about adding a section at level 2 at this point. With 71 days left, that's 10 weeks left. You really should be preparing for it. Now, you might have been prepared for December, and you might say, well, look, I was already really prepared. I would still push back on that and say there's really no point in tapering into level 2 because it is only 71 days. If you write level 1 in February, you cannot write level 2 in May because you can't write in adjacent windows, which sets you up for level 2 in August of 2021. So after you write in February, then I would begin with level 2. I would not wait for the results to come out. I would begin then, and you have level 2 of August 2021, which sets you up for level 3 in May of 2022. If you were level 2 and you were deferred, then you are deferred to May of 2021, and the majority of candidates on our site, vast majority, selected May. A few selected August, but you're set up for May of 2021. At this point, I would say it's probably worth pursuing a tapering strategy. Level 3, pick up either book 3 or book 6, and the reason I don't say book 4 here and I say 3 and 6 is because you still have to write level 2 in May of 2021. Some of the content at level 3, at book 3, and some of the content at book 6 feed back onto level 2. So it will help you sort of perfect level 2 a little bit better. There's not much, but they are the books that have the readings with the most overlap, although it's not a lot. And once you write level 2 in May of 2021, since you've already got 2 of the 6 books behind you, plus ethics, right? That repeats. You set yourself up nicely for level 3 in November 2020, and it's over. If you were level 3 and you were deferred, well, then you're writing May of 2021. and you were probably prepared, or maybe being very close to being prepared. So you really don't need 169 days. And I wouldn't suggest trying to maintain a study pace for 169 days. You're just going to burn yourself out, and you're going to get really bored with the content. Our minds need novelty all the time, and having the same thing again and again and again, that gets really cognitively tiring after a while, to the point where you can't even look at it anymore, because you just need something new. You need to mix it up with something. This is a great opportunity to go back to level 1 and level 2 and just review the supporting readings. So on my site on the next screen, for those who want the supporting readings, I will show you where you can find access to those. Okay, just click on pricing and subscriptions, go to level 3, and the add-on, the full access add-ons down here, you see level 1 archive, level 2 archive. You probably, if you were with me at level 1 and level 2, you have your archives. Just select this, and you can select the 2019 level 1 archive. And actually, let's go back and select the level 2, because it gives us a better look at things. Select the level 2 archive, and it tells you if you have the archives and you're just interested in the list of readings that support different readings at level 3, this is how you get to it. Level 3 book 2 is supported by level 1. It gives you the 2 readings at level 1 that will really help with book 2. These are the 2 readings in economics, and 1 reading at level 2. Book 3 is supported by these readings in level 1 and these readings in level 2, etc. So this is a good opportunity to spend a little time and go back to the fundamentals. And here's what you'll find when you're doing a reading at level 3. Sometimes there are missing puzzle pieces, because level 3 doesn't reteach what you saw at level 1 and level 2. It assumes you know it. So a lot of tiny little sentences are missing because, well, you should know it. You find that when you go back and you repeat some of these foundational readings, it fills in a whole bunch of those little puzzle pieces that were missing, because the missing sentences were actually sentences you saw at level 1 and level 2, but you didn't really pay that much attention to them because, well, you didn't know what the future looked like. You didn't know what the roadmap ahead looked like. So is this important? Is this not important? Going back and rereading them really builds that foundation, and you might, as you're reading them, have a few of those aha moments like, okay, now that makes sense. That's right. I remember this now, and suddenly something at level 3 clicks into place for you. And that basically wraps it up. That covers those who wrote, and good strategies to follow to set yourself up for the next exam, and those that were deferred in setting yourself up for the exam that will happen after the one that you're going to write.